What's up, you guys? Welcome back to yet another video update. Today we actually have all the drain pipes. They're on the floor. I'll show them in a bit for you guys. But we're gonna be installing all the drain pipes behind all these racks you see behind me. I'm just gonna get right into it. Okay, so these are the drain pipes. We have about, I think, 80 feet in total. And we're gonna cut them to size according to the rack size behind all the racks. I think this measures out to be about 8 feet. And if you can see right here, in the back, it actually turns into an L. So I bought couplers or elbows, so it'll turn into these sections and turn all the way out. But I'll show you guys behind in a quick second. And oops, I'm just tripping all over pipes. So we have pipe cutters. These cut up to about 2.5 inches, so they should fit these pipes and should cut them with ease, hopefully. On top of that, we brought down our tubing. I'll be showing you guys how we connect this tube into this barb fitting right here. Basically, it's an oversized barb with an undersized tubing, and you heat this tubing to expand it, and it'll shrink fit basically onto the barb. And that way it holds pretty much almost permanent seal. Shouldn't say permanent, but really strong seal. And from that barb, this tube is gonna go into the hole, and that's gonna lead to the main drain. So we're gonna get to work, and I'll show you guys the progress as we go. So I got my friend here helping me today. She's just in the utility room cleaning. Say hi. So my job today is to cut all the 2-inch PVC pipings, and we decided to use 2-inch just so, you know, water can flow through much easier, even though it's going to be a non-high or not a high pressure regulated system, and pretty much water is just kind of falling through and falling out. We decided to use the bigger tube for that. So now I have to measure. I'm going to go behind the racks, and I'm going to measure how much it's going to take to reach from that end to that end before the turn, because I can't fit this PVC piping behind the aquarium rack right now without it being cut. There's just no way to get it behind there. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Have the measuring tape measured out to 8 feet, and I measured behind the rack. Again, basically I need one piece behind the rack that's 8 feet, but I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm going to be cutting the piping. I have one of these ratchet pipe cutter tools. I do have sawzalls and all that stuff if worse comes to worse and I can't use these guys, but got this off Amazon for less than $40. And hopefully it does the job, so we're going to see how that goes. And hopefully the cut's going to be straight as well. So give or take 8 feet around here. Pretty clean. Not the straightest one could ask for, but pretty clean for a $40 Amazon pipe cutter. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the long piece behind the rack and show you guys what that looks like. Okay, you guys, so squeezing back here for you guys to see what we finished. So we got the drain pipe cut, sealed, not really, because we got to glue the end still, and we hung it with some plastic pipe tapes or plastic pipe hangers. You can see that we cut it right here, and we use a little bolt to hang it in place along our shelf rack. And we made sure that for every 8 feet of piping, there is 2 inches of drop. So it's kind of hard for the camera to angle to see, but if you look, there's a drop from that end to this end, and it's about 2 inches. 2 inches is only about, like, give or take that much. So then I curved along here. There's a missing pipe here right now because I took it out so we can cut equivalent sizes for the rest of the racks down there. But just so you guys get an idea, this is how the draining system is gonna look like back here. And then if you guys remember in my last video, I had bulkheads in each of the tanks, or they will be in each of the tanks, and we're gonna attach an aquarium tube in this video leading down to the drain, so you guys can see that too. So we're gonna work on that and we'll be right back. Bloop. Alright, so ended up gluing some T's together. This is for, I already did one side for you guys to see, but back there, basically that connects like this, and it leads to the main drain. The idea is all of the tanks, 1, 2, 3 to 9 tanks, are gonna be drilled with a vinyl tubing that leads from the bulkhead into this tube. And again, it's just gonna go straight out there. Let me show you guys the back, what we got so far. So, got the main drain starting at the highest point over there, and having the drop curve in all the way behind these tanks. Curves again, and what I built here is what I showed you guys earlier. I had 2 T's connect, and they go straight out that way. And what we're currently working on is where the noise is coming from, and right now we're connecting these 2 T's together, and we're almost done. Alright guys, so we finished gluing all the pipes together. Now we're gonna be drilling the holes for all the drain pipes from the tanks to the PVC pipes, and you'll see that right now. Alright guys, so right now we're trying to fit a 1-inch barb, or sorry, 3/4 vinyl tubing onto a 1-inch barb. And you can see normally a vinyl tube is like really hard when you just buy it or when it's cooled down, and this won't normally fit. So the idea is to get this hot enough or really malleable and soft by using heat. Basically what we're gonna be doing is using a cup of hot water. What you're gonna do is just dip the vinyl tube in, maybe give about like 10 seconds. The longer the better in my opinion. Alright, so it's been about 30 seconds. What we're gonna do is just try to really jam this tubing onto the barb now. And to do that, what you wanna do is try to get it on an angle, like so, and just give it a spin at the same time. It's harder to do on camera. So, just like that. Once you get it on, you can just wiggle it back and forth basically. Oh, great. So once you get it a little bit on there, try to wiggle it up and down, squeeze it, and push at the same time. So you want to get it onto the second barb, ideally. There we go. And that's on there. You can see it's oversized, so now when this cools down, boom, just stuck. So now we're gonna show you guys how this is gonna be installed into the pipes. Alright, so it's a little bit cramped back here, so I can't film myself showing you guys, but ideally we want to make a hole somewhere here, and then we're gonna connect the tube from here right into the pipe. You wanna probably aim it somewhere close to the top so then water won't escape, because we're gonna be making a hole a little bit slightly bigger than the tube itself, just so it'll fit without being snug or just having a little bit of room. So we used a 1, you probably can't see it, but it says 1 1/4 of a drill saw or a hole saw. And we made this hole over here. And at the same time, what we did was cut the end of the tubings just so water and stuff doesn't get clogged in the pipings, and anything behind the pipes here, like a hole here for example, would be able to flow past this tube freely. So now we're just gonna stick this in like that, and now we gotta glue this bulkhead in with that so it prevents any leakages, and that's it. We basically gotta do all 9 tanks for all 11 racks. It's gonna be fun. I'll update you guys when that's done. Alright you guys, it's almost midnight after 4 hard days of hard labor and lots of trips to the hardware store. We managed to finish up the pipes, or the drain lines I should say. Let me show you guys real quick. So I got all the vinyl tubes like I was mentioning earlier, or a couple days ago for me, earlier for you guys. All of them have their own hole. Let me just walk you through the entire back. So there's the holes for the L-shaped tanks or L-shaped racks. And I did it for all of them. Literally all of them. So now we ran into the issue of getting the final drain pipe into the actual drain. You can see here, I curved the drain pipe, made a hole through the wall, and there's our pipe, but we don't have enough clearance to install the funnel that we wanted to along that drain, so we're gonna have to figure something out. But that will be in the next video for you guys to see. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. Do me a favor, like the video, comment if you have anything you want to mention about today's video or anything in general about the store. My friend and I would love to answer your guys' questions, so make sure you leave a comment. Like I said, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.